Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and oh my gosh, y'all, if you don't care about my personal life, scroll like 2-3 minutes. I don't know. I'll put a timestamp if I remember, but scroll a couple of minutes because if you read my community post, if you follow me on Instagram, if you know me IRL, you've probably talked to me or my husband by now, but y'all, I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital. I took a trip to New York last week. I left on Thursday, and I was originally supposed to come back here to the DC area where I live on Sunday. I actually ended up coming back on Tuesday afternoon because I was in the hospital. And if you are very, very new here, then you may not know that I currently have a brain malformation and an accompanying brain aneurysm to go along with that. And because of that, I actually have a surgery scheduled in August. But because of that, I had seizures. I have seizures. I am on medicine. I have a neurologist. I have specialists. Thank you so much to all of you guys who encouraged me to talk to a specialist. Best believe I did. The reason why I couldn't talk to my specialists, the ones that I always talk to, is because I was in New York. So I had to go to New York Presbyterian Hospital, which apparently is trash. I don't know if you work there, I'm sorry, but that's just what people kept telling me. Anyways, it was a whole entire mess. All of that to say, I did have a breakthrough seizure, but I'm okay. I was able to go to the hospital and I left like the next day, maybe like 12 hours later. But I was very, very tired, very, very exhausted. And like I said, we ended up still having to drive back to the DC area where we live. And it's just been an entire thing. It's honestly kind of annoying because I had my initial seizure in January, and the seizure is actually what diagnosed this entire malformation. And I have not had another seizure since. I've been on medicine. It's been going well. So it was kind of a frustrating and a little bit of an irritating setback to have a seizure. But luckily, it was not a major seizure. It was not anything that super required being in the hospital for a very long time. And luckily, I do have an appointment with my neurologist tomorrow. I have an appointment with my primary care doctor, and I also am working with a neurosurgeon and have a surgery plan to get this malformation out of my brain in August. So thank you guys for all of your well wishes. You guys are the best. Like, I feel like I have such a great internet community. You guys reached out to me on Instagram. You guys reached out to me here, and it really, really means a lot to me. And your messages all mean so much. And I will be honest, I did not reply to every single one individually, but please know it seriously meant the world. Like, I was literally crying reading the messages because I was like, oh my gosh, like, they understand. And yeah, it just means so much. So thank you. I'm really happy to be back in front of the camera making a video. I'm really happy to just be at home, comfortable. I'm really happy to be with my cats because my cats were at the cat hotel and they had to stay 2 extra days, and they were kind of mad when we got them back because it was a whole thing. So anyways, thank you for listening to that little spiel. Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be talking about JaNa and Kenny and all of the mess that has gone on over the past few days. Actually, a lot of this started while I was in the hospital, so I got out of the hospital and saw a lot of what was going on. And the point of my video is not to necessarily share with you guys brand new info. I probably will have some slightly different information because there's a lot of different moving pieces of this whole thing. But my main point is to kind of have a mega video where you guys can find everything, because I know a lot of other people have been doing it like time by time when things come out, which is great. I think that's, hey, the way to do it. But I just want this to be a mega thread of basically what we know thus far. And so you guys can hear, of course, my thoughts as well, and just have everything in one location. So let's jump into it. I have a lot. You know, I'm gonna bring the iPad out. Let's jump into everything that has been going on. All right. Couple of prerequisites before we begin. Number 1, everything here is alleged. Unless it has been spoken by a cast member, it is alleged. There is a lot of things going on the internet. I am not condoning, endorsing, nor spreading tea. I'm not bringing anything new. I am not bringing anything that has not already been brought to the forefront. Number 2, this is a television show. I do not know these people. I am not necessarily sitting here saying that I am in anyone's camp or that I am the voice of anybody else. So please. And number 3, these are real people. I am not encouraging you guys to go into anybody's inbox. I am not encouraging you to go to anybody's page. I am not encouraging you to go to anybody's anything about anything. So now that we have established that, let's jump on into this entire thing. So y'all, like I said, this all kind of began when I was in the hospital, and my thing is not going to be exact to dates. There are people that literally did this video by video, date by date. So if I have a day or two mixed up or switched around, please give me some grace, y'all. Okay. But this kind of all began, I believe, either Sunday night or early on Monday, when a bunch of people realized that every single person unfollowed Kenny. Every single person from the Love Island season 6 cast, season 7 cast. People even noticed that Ariana Madix had unfollowed Kenny. And I think that was really what kind of sparked things for a lot of people, because it's like, wait a minute, Ariana's the host. So typically speaking, we know Ariana has her allegiances to certain people. Let's be for real. We know Ariana has her favorites. We know Ariana likes certain people, but it just seemed very off for Ariana to be unfollowing somebody part of PPG. We also noticed that JaNa had unfollowed Kenny, which was very, very, very weird and very strange. I believe at the time that this all was noticed, around Monday morning, it was only Kendall that was still following Kenny. And I believe as of this present day, Kendall is not even following Kenny anymore either. So at this point, no one at all is following Kenny. So then the messages sort of begin. Let's jump into our first message, which is from JaNa. So JaNa, she puts out a post which says as follows, and her brother and her sister also put out posts, so we'll read them here. Hi, my love. Thank you for all of your love and support. It means the world to me. As you know, Kenny and I are no longer together. Please know that I have seen the breakup theories and none have matched up to how terrible, disgusting, and truly disappointing it is. Discovering that someone you loved isn't who you thought they were, and that the relationship you thought you were building hasn't been genuine since day one has been truly devastating. Thank you for respecting my privacy, and please know, as a child of God, I will be okay. And I'm like, ooh, wow. That is a lot. That is some rough words. Now, to kind of catch you up to speed, JaNa and Kenny, I'm not saying I suspected this. I do not want to come on here and be like, I suspected this, I saw this, da-da-da-da-da. Because at the end of the day, this is heartbreaking, this is hurtful, and whether or not we as viewers saw it, JaNa did not. And I really want to be sensitive to that, because this was her real life and her real relationship. But I do think that when it came to JaNa and Kenny, there were obviously some very strange things. I think out of the 3 PPG couples, they were always the couple that was a little off, in my opinion. Obviously, when it came to even filming the Beyond the Villa show, Kenny did not want to live with JaNa. They made a whole little storyline. I don't watch Beyond the Villa, I'll be honest with you. I've only seen clips, and I've only seen the episode 1 fully. Just gonna keep it real. I don't think the show is good. Anyway, but there was a whole big thing about how JaNa and Kenny live in apartments that are right next to each other. And it always kind of gave the energy that JaNa was very, very into Kenny. Whereas Kenny, to me, always gave more of a, And I think a lot of people just attributed it to like, hey, maybe Kenny wants to take it slow. This is a TV show. He doesn't want to jump right into things immediately. But to me, there was just always this weird energy with Kenny where it felt like there was something reserved, something holding back. It was definitely clear that Kenny did not want to take next steps with JaNa in a way that JaNa very clearly wanted to take those next steps with Kenny. So Janae's brother, excuse me, quoted this post and said, "Janae is strong and she is human. I would kindly request you to encourage her by prayers and support with respect to her privacy. My family is my priority. My faith is my fuel. My prayers continue onward for Kenny and his family during this time as well." Okay. Wow. Even the brother said, hey, I want to still give Kenny some grace. I do. So Janae's sister also quoted the same post and said, "Now that my sis has spoken, I can speak on this issue. This nigga really had us fooled. Fumbled the baddest he'll ever have on mamas." As for Janae, still blessed and highly favored. So Kenny stepped into the chat, posting some nonsensical BS, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kenny Rodriguez: "These past few days have been incredibly difficult. I've been quietly sitting with a lot of emotions and doing my best to process everything privately. Breakups are never easy, especially in the public eye. Sometimes, despite how deeply you care for someone, you come to the hard truth that the relationship was not something that could last long term. I'll always be grateful for the time we shared and the memories we created. I released this chapter with no ill will, only a hope that Janae's path forward brings her nothing but happiness." Okay. So, Janae then, this is when I feel like that, pissed Janae off. And you know what? As it should. As it should. As it should, because when you hear about the foul and diabolical things that Kenny has done, which by the time you watch this, you've definitely already heard about it, that's when Janae stepped back in the chat and she said, "Baby, Kenny Rodriguez, at Kenny Rodriguez, STFU, you manipulative liar. You not taking accountability and telling people the type of person you really are is insane to me. My first statement was being nice. Don't piss me off." Now, the rest of the cast decided they were going to step into the chat on Janae's behalf. And that's when you know Kenny was wrong, right? Because there was nobody. Now, I do find it interesting because the guys didn't really speak up fully. I do believe Miguel said something in support of Janae. I'm not so sure about Cordell. I don't think the guys have spoken up, but all of the girls have spoken up. Even the non-PPG girls have spoken up very, very heavily and in defense of Janae. So again, what they say he did, this man did. Allegedly, okay? He did it because everybody. So first person who stepped in was Liv. Liv quoted Kenny's story and said, "Your pathetic excuse for a story is laughable. I can't even put into words how good of a person Nene is and how hard it is to watch her go through this. At Kenny Rodriguez, I hope this gives you the clout you always wanted, you effing loser." Next up, who is this? Kaylor, I believe. So Kaylor, she stepped into the chat and said, "At Kenny Rodriguez is a poor excuse of a man. You lost the most beautiful, genuine soul. Shame on you." Next up, Leah. "At Kenny Rodriguez, put a sock in it, chat GPT head ass. Tell the truth for once. Racist. Clout / money hungry and a scammer since day one. Trying to seem like it's something you're not. Don't worry, Arne is blessed and highly favored." Whew. Now, Leah had more to say. Leah was up on Kenny's page talking about how about you delete my man off your page instead of deleting my comments? Because I think she had put another comment saying, "How about you delete my man, by the way?" And he had deleted the comment. So Leah commented again. Okay. Now, Serena steps into the chat. "Let's remember, this is not a show and someone's actual feelings. It may just be tea for y'all, but that's not the case for us. Y'all already know I'm coming behind Janae, and trust, so does he." Now, the only thing I'll say, Serena, I get you and I believe it, and I know this is people's real feelings. However, we as an audience didn't come to this, right? I think it was y'all that started stepping out and saying things. Now, I get it. Trust and believe. You already know I took a step back from Love Island myself because people, I'm sorry, I think the USA seasons have gotten crazy this season and last season. It's become entirely too much. And this is someone's real life and it is someone's real feelings. And the reality is you get these kind of clout chasers because they think that they're going to get fame based off of the way that the audience boosts up these couples, based off the way the audience forces these couples to be a thing. There's a couple this season that I've already spoken on extensively. And I hope that couple works. But if it doesn't, so that's their life. They don't have to work out. And I just hope that none of these couples feel the pressure to have to stay together because of this stuff. I'm just saying. So basically all of those posts had came out and we were still kind of wondering what's going on. We heard racist, we heard clout hungry, we heard a lot of different stuff, but still putting pieces together. Now, Charmaine, this is one of Janae's friends, one of her good friends. And she kind of stepped into the chat and actually gave us what it is that we needed. So she posted, my advice for women in relationships, if you have access, go through your man's phone today. Search keywords like, I don't like black women. I thought I would get more money from this. I'm faking this relationship. Going on this show would be for clout. I can't wait to be done with this so I can F hella bitches. Thank me later. P.S. Never spare a man. Dog them out, baby girl. Again, I'm not saying I thought this is what was happening. I want you guys to hear me very carefully. To me, there was always something about Kenny that seemed a little weird. But the reality of the situation is this man is sick. He is sick. He is twisted. Something is not right there. Because you stayed with JaNa. No one forced you to. Nobody forced you to stay with JaNa. For clout, fame, money. But then, because I don't watch Beyond the Villa, but from what I heard through the streets, you're crying on the show about how you don't like fame. You want to go get your MBA. So then why didn't you do it? You're saying now that you thought you were going to get more fame, but you're on Beyond the Villa crying about how you want to be a normal guy and get your MBA. And we gotta have a conversation about Dominicans and the racism in that culture. Because, baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way you are sitting in a group chat. What the F kind of group chats is you have and talk about some, I don't like black women, I don't like black bees. Excuse me? You are black. Let me stop, because I know who. Yeah, I need to be chilling out, because, baby, I'm still recovering. Kenny Rodriguez, wake up, because something is wrong here. You thought you were gonna get clout? Kenny, let me tell you a secret. The men that get popular from these shows get popular because of their girlfriends, because of the women they're with. The women bring the fame on these shows. I'm just gonna keep it 100% real with you. If you thought for 1 second, Kenny, that you were ever gonna be anything without JaNa, I got a plot of land to sell you, baby. I got a plot of land to sell you. This is shameful, and I actually, when I saw this for JaNa, this hurts my heart, because you could tell JaNa loved this man. I don't think this is a time to say, I told you so, we was right. It doesn't matter. JaNa really loved this man. And imagine seeing your friends with their men that love them too. And I know JaNa probably noticed something was not right. Why do you think she searched his phone? Right? From what we gathered here, she searched his phone, meaning there was something for her that was not clicking. And it just must hurt so bad. We saw this happen with Justine and Caleb on this show as well. Why is it a black woman always having to get played like this for fame? That hurts. That hurts. And I can't imagine being JaNa right now and what this feels like. Seeing that your man had group chats. How sick and twisted and maniacal are you to have group chats about how much you hate black women and how you're using black women for fame? Kenny, are you okay? Is Kenny good? Is Kenny good? But JaNa, girl, baby, everybody got your back, sis. Everybody. If you see this video, baby, oh, JaNa, we ride for you at dawn, girl. Because that's some sick shit. That's some sick stuff. Y'all know I try not to cuss on these videos. But that's some sick stuff. And as I've been reading this over the past few days, I'm just like, what the F? Kenny, who are you to be doing all of this? If you wanted to get your MBA, break up with her and get your MBA. No one forced you to be with JaNa. And for you to have a storyline talking about you don't like the fame anymore, but yet you're crying because you didn't get more fame? Bro. So, there was also a post from Murad Murali, very, very popular on here. Check him out. You don't need me to tell you, he's way bigger than my channel, so you know who he is. He had a source that was talking about how it was not only Kenny's friends and whatever this group chat was, but also Kenny's family was supposedly degrading JaNa as well.
So I've heard from sources, and multiple sources are reporting it now, that not only his friends, but Kenny's family were all degrading JaNa, and Kenny's family were convincing Kenny to stay in the relationship, and he was telling them that I can't do this anymore. I've never wanted to do this. I don't want to do this for the money anymore. I want to leave. You also have the fact that Kenny called JaNa a black bitch, and he also stated that he doesn't even like black people, so that he's shocked that he even ended up with a black woman anyways, and he was saying this to his friends. And then Kenny's friends were basically calling her the N-word, and he was laughing in response. And the family are not a fan of her, don't like her, and basically were telling Kenny to use her for money, as much as money as he can get, and then obviously run from the relationship. And that she saw these screenshots on his phone, and after that chaos ensued. Now it makes sense as to why Peacock, Ariana Madix all unfollowed him after all of this that they have now seen. This is demonic behavior, the psychological torture that JaNa is going through, the PTSD for years to come, the financial abuse for all the money that he has made off her name. It is truly diabolical. None of this is funny. These people have real lives. It's not just a TV show. And I've heard this from confirmed sources myself. Dumois just posted something quite similar, and people have been saying stuff quite similar as well. This is why Leah and Serena called him a racist clout demon earlier today, because it is honestly disgusting. The family. But didn't JaNa and Kenny go to a wedding together? Didn't JaNa meet the family? But the family behind are plotting on her back. The friends are calling her an N-word and he's laughing. Him calling her a black bitch. What the hell is going on? This is demonic, man. You never can win when you're dirty, guys. You never can win when you are dirty. This is insane.
Now, JaNa did comment on this and say it was not only it was him. It was not his family. It's kind of tough. I would imagine if you're JaNa, you probably don't know, right? And so I'm not saying the source is false or it's true or what the deal is, but just take it with a grain of salt, because obviously JaNa has commented and said, no, it was just him. It was not his family. However, if you're JaNa, I'm gonna keep it real, girl. I'm gonna keep it real, girl. Yeah, I would be looking at that family sideways as well. There was also a bunch of posts that Kenny wrote, from JaNa's last birthday post to even the AI like apology post he wrote or the breakup post that he wrote, all of it was AI generated. So just will throw in these to show you guys that Kenny doesn't write anything for himself. Man, talk about he want to get an MBA and he can't even write 5 paragraphs on his own, but I digress. Also, Kenny's followers have significantly degraded. I have not been keeping track from where he's at to where he is now, but the latest post I've seen says he has 635,267 followers, meaning that he's lost over 100,000, 200,000 followers. So again, Dumoy, also one of those tea sites that do be having some real tea. I ain't go. It's not always right, but there really do be some real tea on that website. Let me put it that way. She also said that she or they, whoever they are, has heard that JaNa found texts on Kenny's phone saying that he was staying with her for business and clout, racist group chats, all kinds of things, which does align with Serena and Leah calling him a racist and a clout chaser. So, there were some comments also on a post. Someone asked, "Ooh, what did he do, Chile?" And this person commented, I don't know exactly who this is, but it says his homeboys thought it was funny to leak their group chat messages, and it showed him calling his black girlfriend an N and laughing. So again, just more doubling down on that. And yeah, it's rough. And even down looking through the comments of other things, it said that even his agency, his whatever talent agency that had him signed, unfollowed him. So that is basically bringing you guys up to speed on everything that has happened in kind of a condensed video. There have been some other people that have spoken out that are associated or mutual friends with one or both of them, and most of those people have said, hey, we're not involved, we were not in those group chats, basically, we don't know anything about it, don't put us in it. But these are kind of the main people that have been associated with it, and all I have to say is, JaNa girl, it is never worth it, and it's never worth it, and I'm so sorry. I really want to say that from a black woman to a black woman. I am so sorry, because that hurts so bad. Some of these cultures have such ingrained racism towards dark-skinned people and towards black people as a whole, even though they have African ancestry and African heritage. And it is just sad and shameful to see the things that people will go through for fame, for a little piece of attention. But I also want to know, what are we going to do about Love Island USA, y'all? What are we as an audience going to do about this show? I believe I saw Tammy Talk say that she thinks that the public vote needs to go. And I agree. I think we do need to give way less control to the public, because even this season, look at the way certain couples moved after they realized, oh, the public doesn't like us, or oh, the public is with us. I don't like it. We need to be giving the public less input on this show, because at the end of the day, all it does is manipulate the minds of people and allow people to take advantage of others in ways that should have never happened. The show has gone too far. Love Island has gone too far. And it needs to stop. Kenny Rodriguez? Oh, baby. What's coming for you is coming for you. What is coming for you is coming for you. Okay? I know you think it's funny to laugh in your group chats. How old are you? How old are you? Are you a child? That's it. That's what I got. That's what I got on this whole thing. Story's still developing. If more comes out, I will keep you guys posted when I can. If you made it to this point of the video, that means you liked the video. So I would greatly appreciate if you would consider supporting the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It helps to get the videos out there and it inspires me to keep creating. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thank you guys so much for having grace with me, for not being here for a little minute because I was sick. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. If you guys have seen other things I didn't put here, let me know. Whew. And until then, we will talk in the next one. Bye.